Hi everyone, it's Rachel here. I'm back again. So by the time I upload this video, you would have seen the other video that I did earlier before lunch today. And yeah, I'll just show you. So I released my new kit. This is all of it here for the summertime one. This is exactly what I showed you. There's nothing missing from here, but I continued on and actually I might just put my light on. I continued on and created with it just to see how much I could create before I sort of got down to the dregs of the kit. So this is all that I've got left of the exact kit that I shared before. And that includes the project that I did yesterday. Obviously, I didn't just use the kit. I used a little bit of other papers, old book pages and that sort of thing to coordinate in. But the majority of it was the kit. So this was the project yesterday. With part of the kit. I've still got to stitch that actually. I better remember that. So that would stick down, as I said, in a journal. So all of that was made with the one kit. And then also made with the same leftover bits of the kit are these. So this I made into a pocket. So I've just glued it onto a piece of old scrapbook paper and stitched across the top, and that will go in as a pocket. This is going to be a journaling card. I still have to stitch around most of the things that I made. So I made this into a journaling card and put tea-dyed paper on the back. Another journaling card, just a little bit of book page added, old book page added in there, and one of my labels and a stamp that I made. This I did in the video that you will have already watched, and this one too. And then I also made these. I haven't stitched around any of them yet because I need to get on and do my 100-day project. And then I also made these big journaling cards. I collaged the back with the leftover papers and then attached the images and put tea-dyed paper. And I made another page to put in a journal. So I'll just show you what it looks like. This is a flip here. I put some of the paper behind. I did this collage here. And then it opens up and we've got a collaged page in here. This is a side tuck, a pocket, and then I made a nice big journaling card with that, and I put that beautiful paper on the back. So that's what I managed to do with the kit. I did make some bigger things, and I made a lot of ephemera bits and pieces, a lot of collaging. You know, you could have even made 3 of those what I want to say is book page things, and then you would have still had some left over to make some ephemera as well. So it's pretty good versatile sort of kit. I think that's what I'm trying to get at. But I did say in the other video I would show you what I created, and I just sat down and did it. So I'll put that aside, get that out of the way because it'll annoy me, even though I love it. Okay, right, so today is day 48 of the 100-day project, and it's I'll tell you, it was requested by Suzanne. Just let me go to the request, see if I wrote it down exactly. 87. Suzanne, yes, a fabric lace collage signature incorporated in a journal. So I've got to make like it could even be like a signature cover. You know, like a signature, what do you call it? Sort of foundation page. I don't know what I'm trying to say. So fabric lace collage page for a journal by Suzanne, day 48. Now, I wanted to remind you that we've had quite a lot of fabric sort of things near each other. I promise you, my sister randomly called out the numbers when we were deciding when I was deciding in what order to do things. She randomly called out numbers. I wrote it down and then read out to her what it was, and we're like, okay. And I don't think we rejected anything. And we did that up to day 50. And then after day 50, I went through and just made sure that a large variety of what people had requested were done, if you know what I mean. Okay, so I've got to make an anchor page. That's it, anchor page. So obviously if you're going to do fabric, you could, I'm just going to grab my fabric basket over here, the one that you've seen before. I'll be there in a sec. I'm not very far away, to be honest. Okay, so I've got a lot of stuff in here that I can use. This would be perfect, actually. This one that I had showed once before. That would actually be perfect. So we'll start, that will be my base. There'll probably be quite a bit of machine stitching in this video. I don't want to make it too wide because I don't know what journal it would be going in, but I think I'll cut it like that, and that is my base. So you just got to choose something and start with a base. Where it takes you from there, who knows? Who knows? So obviously you can do like a floppy lace or fabric. No, it's not just lace, it's fabric and lace. So obviously it can be floppy, or if you don't want it to be floppy. So let me just grab, just say I haven't finished stitching up this, just say this is my, so it can just be floppy like that. But you wouldn't, well, you would do a little bit of collaging. I haven't stitched those in yet. That's from the other day. Yeah, so obviously you wouldn't be able to put too much in it. I'm thinking I might like to grab a piece of paper out of here and reduce it down. I might attach it to the paper. I might decide to attach it to the paper. If I can get a piece out, here we go, I might be able to get a piece out here that stays intact. Here we go. I've already been into it, you see. Okay, and then I can reduce it down, and I might change my mind. I could attach it there with some glue and then stitch around it. And attach that and then stitch around it and do a bit of collaging on it. I don't know. So let's get the basket back and just pull out a few things that we might like to look at. Here's that very mottedy old fabric. This is a beautiful thing to use. These are great. There's lots of these around. Well, there are here, and I think they're only vintage. I don't think they're that, I don't think they're super antique or anything like that, but they're always lovely. They are fun things to use in a journal because you get, they're nice to make pockets out of and stuff like that. I might change my mind about that one that I've chosen so far. Just trying to see if there's anything else in here. As per usual, I've turned my camera on and I really haven't gone too far thinking about it. I've got some lovely, they're sample pieces, you see, they have the label on. Because they're sample pieces, she doesn't overly charge me for them. Overly, I might say, not overly. A bit, yes, but not overly. And there's a nice doily. It's quite frail. Looks like I'm going to be going a bit beige. Got that linen there. Okay, well, I've pulled out a few bits. And I really need to think about it for a second, don't I? So let's just sort of tidy up our bits and see what would we like to do. That's that one. It's got holes in it everywhere. It's a lovely piece of linen. That's a piece of hemp. Lace. Put the laces over there. Put my little scrappy bits over there. Now I'm changing my mind. I'm actually thinking I might prefer, I think I prefer to use this piece here. I know it's got marks on it, but we're going to be covering it. I think I'm going to use this piece here because it will be easier to collage on, if you know what I mean. And when I say collage, when I say collage, I'm going to machine stitch, not glue, machine stitch. So we need to have a think about it. So we could have a pocket on there. So I'm going to cut this. Oh yes, this is going to be very nice. Put a pocket on there. So obviously I probably would have a journal that's going to be like an folded A4 size with this size piece because it's wider. So an A4 is just like a regular piece of copy paper that when you fold, well, you know, I think it's, I get very confused with all the different papers, not legal paper, It's like letter paper, I think you call it in the States. See, that's about that size, so that's going to be good because I will use that in that time. Now I kind of like the back of it too, now, but it does look like it's backwards, so I won't use the back. So I'm going to have a pocket. It's going to be a pocket, but it needs to have more. It's got to see like a aging watermark, and I need to do more, so I'm not done yet. This is good. See, that was already like that. Quite like that there. I don't know, you just sort of, I just start I just pick up things that I like and start plonking it down to see, would I like that there? So I think I like that. Why don't I grab some pins and pin it? See how quickly I changed my mind from my first piece to the second piece, but then I started thinking, well, that's all lace, so I probably wouldn't collage that too much. So this is just an old linen thing. My mum actually gave it to me, my mum and my sister, because I think I've mentioned before there was this beautiful antique shop in the south of Sydney that had wonderful stuff, and they closed. She used to bring containers of stuff in from England, and she closed, and so anyway, the lady that bought up all her stock is a friend of my mum's, and she has a great shop in Sydney. Oh, actually, I think she's closed her shop now. I don't know what. I think she might only do craft fairs or something. But I'm trying not to get I have to work around the part that we couldn't get it cleaned. Yeah, so she has, I think she might do craft fairs now. I'm not sure. I have to ask Mum. I'm not up to date. I might put that there. I mean, again, it's a bit like making a journal cover, isn't it? I mean, this would be a very pretty cover. It might even become a cover, who knows? See, I really like that. I feel like I might like something on here as well. That's why I'm not stitching down straight away. I'm just sort of mucking around. So yeah, so she had bought not that the stock from the shop that had shut, and then we've got to deal with this side. Yeah, she'd bought the stock from the shop that had shut, and but I might think about that. And so, and then she wanted to get rid of it because she wasn't doing anything with it. It's not really the style of things that she sells, because she sells a lot of like cantha quilts and Indian sort of items. So all of these doilies and English sort of things didn't really go with what she was, what she normally sells. So I think I might have two of these. So yeah, so she offered them to my sister, and I gave my sister some money, and so we sort of divided it. Although my sister has the majority of the stuff, but we did divide it quite a lot. You know, I took what I could carry. I didn't want to take more than that. You see, this could actually, I could trim that off, and that would be a nice pocket. Maybe I want to stitch it like that and put a tag in it. I don't know. I've got more things. Of course I've got more things. We all know that. I love this. So this could be something nice. I don't know if I'm meeting the brief, Suzanne. I'll try. So that could go there. Sometimes I have to fold it under to see what it looks like. And I could stitch it there and there, but would that become very... I could stitch it maybe there, and then it could be a little tuck. That under there. Just thinking about finishing off that edge there. I don't know. Anyway, I like the front. I'm happy with the front. It's meant to be a page. I think I might even add a little bit of paper. What would everyone think about that? Let's stitch on a bit of paper. I do like that. Then when we turn it over, It's just because I don't have all my stash out. That's what's getting me. I need to have all my stash out so I can have even more choices. Oh, this one. I've been dying to put this one somewhere. That one's going to go there like that. Is it? I think it is. I think it's just going to be stitched down there. Well, it is now because I've cut it. I think I've got it backwards. That's it. Oh, I love that. So that could go there. Then I could also stitch that on, and that can be a pocket, and then that can be a tuck. Yes. Yes, so let's get on with that. Let's do that. Now, let me just think about this for a second. So I've got to stitch this on here first. So I'll just do that because that's not going to upset anything. I don't need my glue book because I don't think I'm gluing. I'm not gluing. We're not gluing. Okay. Right. So I need to stitch that on there, and I'm going to do it with, I'm actually going to do it with a zigzag. Now, it might be a little bit tough just because this is very flimsy. So I'm doing my zigzag, and I've got it on size 3, and I've got a back stitch. Yep. And that's just going through a treat. I better wait till I turn the corner before I say that. I don't know. I hope I'm meeting the brief, Suzanne. I don't tend to sort of like over collage, if you know what I mean. So I'm going to put that there, but I'm not stitching it yet because I've got the inside. I've got to think about this as well. I might have to sew in things on the inside before I can stitch this down because I might stitch it shut. It depends what I decide to do. Now, the other thing I'm not happy with is my edging. So I need to think about how am I going to handle that. And I really don't have any idea. Is that scary when I say that? I don't have any idea because that means we might be faffing about for a bit. So here I can stitch these 2 bits down because they're not pockets. They're just embellishments. And it doesn't matter how much stitching goes over them. The more stitching, the better. So I can stitch around those, and I am just going to do, oh, yeah, I might zigzag. I think I'll zigzag around those as well. So I can do those. So you do the things that you can do first. It sort of gives you a sense of getting started. So with fabrics, you always have to sort of readjust. I always say that, but I just remind you. So you can see I thought about, you know, I started here so that way I knew that I could go all the way around without stopping and stitch on the rest. And I'm not going to stitch down the fringe, just a little bit. And then back stitch there, and I'm done. So that was pretty quick. I guess as I put things on, the page is also becoming a little bit less flimsy and more... I think I might just zigzag down that one. I might make my zigzag a bit smaller. Actually, I'm just going to zigzag down that side because I'm not going to put anything there. Okay. So that's that. I'm going to put my pocket back there. Just pin it there. I mean, this is what a lot of it's about with sewing is pinning it, unpinning it, putting it back, taking it off, readjusting, just seeing what works, folding, unfolding. That's all part of it. Don't want that one. Now I can open it and just, I'm not worried about there because that will be in the signature. Because this is supposed to be in a signature. So I've got a pocket there. That's all going to stitch down around there. And then that's a side tuck. But I want to put something here. I want to do something about this because this is not good. It's not good. But I don't want to do anything too much because I don't want to detract away from the pretty pocket. So I don't mind that. I'm just in my little drawer here. Oh, I love my ticking. The ticking keeps looking at me. I think I might like to stitch one of my stamp things on there, you know. Oh, I love this. I think I want to stitch. Oh, I love that. That's going on there. So good thing I didn't stitch that down because you don't stitch things down until you're sure you don't want to add something else, because this needs to be added before I stitch it down, and I really like that. That's going there for sure. I'm not changing that one. So I'll pin that to the pocket, and then when I'm ready I will, before I stitch down the pocket, I'll stitch on the bird, and I like that. That's good. Now what I need to do, as I said, is sort this out. I could do a ruffle of some sort, some description. Oh, I've got this nice little lace here, and it's actually quite a good colour. Oh, I think I'll stitch that down there. Ah, yeah, it's a good colour. Goes with the other one. I'm going to stitch that down there. That's what's going down there. Okay, I'll do that now. And move my stamp things out of the way. Good thing someone asked me to stamp the fabric, because now I've got them already. Because I kind of run out in my other container where I keep them. And this is not something being washed, so I can use those stamps without a problem. And here I'm going to do a nice big zigzag, so I can capture it fairly well. Oh, and it's not. Oh yes, that's just fine. It's as long as it catches the bottom. That's the thing. Fabric jiggles about a bit. It's not like working on paper. Okay, I think I've stitched it on, and that just solves the problem of my raw edge. Okay, now I'm very happy with that. So now we can move on to the inside. So that's the outside, and we need to move. I was going to put on some paper, I thought. I'm wondering if I might like to just grab a little scripty bit. I saw one peeking at me, but now I can't see it. Oh, there. There's maybe something like this. Let's just tear a piece off, because it is a printable, and I can just print it out again. I do like that. Maybe I would like it under the bird. I like it under the bird. I like both. I like it up there, and I like it under the bird. Lulu, yeah. I need your advice. Sorry. Yeah. So, I'm making a fabric page. So do you like that there, stitched on there, or do you like it there, or nowhere? There. You like it there? Yeah. Okay, so I'll just put a little pin in there. Can I go? You may go. Thank you. Do you like it over the bird or under the bird?
Under the bird.
Under the bird. We're going with what Lulu says.
Yes, I'm the boss.
You're the boss. Okay, so I'll put that there. Okay, I like that. Great. And then over here, this is already stitched on, so that's all okay. Nothing else is going to happen there, unless I were to decide to put something there. What do I have? Oh, I know what I've got, but they are a different colour. But I might find something in here. This is my stuff that I dyed. No, that is, I don't want it to become too much, because I don't like too much. Like for me. I like it when other people do it. I just don't like it when I do it. It doesn't work. I've got those. I don't want too much. I've got to keep myself under control. Okay, right. That's the same. Oh, that one's nice. I like that one. But no, I'm not putting anything there. I could have put it there, but no, then that's like someone else. It's not me. It's quite pretty there. Okay, no, we'll just get on. Let's get on with it. Okay, let's see what's going to happen over here. What is going to happen over there? So you could have that. Like, I would obviously cut it. I'm just looking at it. No, that's not working. No, okay. I think we might have a bit of fabric of some sort. No, I did the, where is it? Oh, it's over here. I did some of this pinky sort of fabric, didn't I? I could have another piece of that. Let's just put a snip now. Oh, there's holes and mold and all kinds of things going on there. It's not like new mold. It's new mold. It's old mold. Sorry. It's old mold, but it's been cleaned a million times by my mother-in-law. That's what I want to say. It's not like molding now. It's previously mold. I think I'll just give up. It's previously molded. Oh my goodness. I'll just cut that off. See, that could go there, just to keep it in keeping with the other. And that could go there. I could find a home for that. I would love, that could be a super cute little, that could be a little pocket there. It could be. And it could, I'm just saying my thoughts out aloud. That's what you're getting here, are my thoughts out loud. So that could be a pocket there, and you could put a long tag in it. I'm liking that. I don't care that it's crooked, because I will put something else next to it. Something. Oh, I'm itching my back. I hope I haven't been bitten by a mozzie. Just let me scratch it for a second. Okay, done. I love this. Love this. See, that could, oh, now that's pretty. That will just be decorative. I'm going to just stitch that down. And so this, you see, this page needs to be done before I stitch the back page. That's why you wait until you see what you're doing. So that's going to go there. Okay, so I need to get my pins from here, because I haven't got all my pins. I'm out of pins. They're up there, and I don't want to get them because I'm lazy. So I'll just unpin that, because I know where that's going, and I'll put the pins here. So all of this can be stitched first, and then I can stitch that down, and then that is done. Oh, I really do have to thank you ladies for all your wonderful suggestions. I mean, it has been hard work. Like, sometimes, as you know, I have a bit of anxiety. I don't know what I want to do, and then I'm trying to think of something interesting for you all, to not always do the same sort of thing. And so, I mean, it's not easy, but I'm always really super happy when I get going, when it's done. Always super happy. So have no doubt. Now, I'm going to zigzag this. I wasn't, but I am going to, but I'm going to do a smaller stitch, because I am going to put I will put something narrow in there. And I'll put my pin over there so I don't lose it now. This is all a bit wonky. I like the wonkiness. I'm not going to straighten it, because I like the wonkiness. I like it to be wonky. Wonky is my thing. It's really very interesting that when my sister was calling out the numbers, that a lot of the sort of fabric, because I got a lot of requests for more sewing and that sort of thing. But it's interesting that a lot of them have come out near each other when Sarah was random, because Sarah didn't have the list. Like, she didn't have my list, how I'd written it down or anything. She was just randomly calling. And in fact, to start off with, my nephew was just calling out numbers between, I just said between 1 and I think I had 130 something. And he was just randomly calling them out, and so was my sister, and I was just writing them down. And it was just interesting to me that a lot of the fabric stuff came out near each other. So I hope it's not driving you all bananas that I'm doing quite a bit of fabric stuff. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Like, if I wanted to, well, no, that would be awkward to get into. I wouldn't do that. I was going to say I could make that a side tuck, but I wouldn't, because it'd be awkward. So I'm going to stitch across this. And I'm always stopping, hopefully, and to my best ability readjusting. Because, you know, fabric is also stretchy. It stretches. It moves, it stretches, it goes wonky. It's not like paper. Which just have to go with the wonkiness of it all. So it's not really one page, is it? It's 4 pages, because I'm doing a whole signature page. So you get 4 sides. Okay, and I'm going to come along and just trim off my threads. Now, the reason why I don't always, but I usually trim off my threads as I go, because I don't like stitching back in the threads into my whatever I'm sewing. Like, they get all tangled and look messy. More messy than the wonky. I do wonder whether you can see what I'm sewing, but I'm just zigzagging. I'm really just zigzagging around the edge and putting my hand here, flattening it out as I go. And I'm just going to take that off for a second and stitch that down. And now I just realised I made a little bit of a boo-boo. It's not the end of the world, this boo-boo, but I'll tell you what it is, so you can avoid it. I should have stitched this down before I put my pocket down, because now it's loose there, but it won't be the end of the world. So I'll go like this. And then I'll stop there before I stitch my pocket shut. Did I stitch my pocket shut? No. See? There we go. Sorted it out. Now, we've got that little spot there. We'll cover that up with the little thingy-majiggy, little crochet thing. And we'll put this here. So what do I recommend when doing this? Pick out your base. That's step number 1. Pick out your base. Then pick out some of your favorite things to use. That's what I would, that's what I would do. Maybe don't have too many things around you so you don't get confused, because that's what happened to me. I always have too much stuff. I think we could all learn from, like, what I try to learn from my sister, that she always just has what she thinks she will use in the video. She doesn't have 1,000,001 things out like I do, because I've got no idea what I'm doing. So if you struggle with this sort of thing, then just have a limited amount of things out that you can choose from. And then you can go to your stash. If you feel like you're missing something and you get a flash of, oh, I might need that sort of thing, then you go and get it. Now, we've got to be careful here. We don't want to stitch this that way, because that's upside down. We want to stitch it that way. And I'm going to put it, oh, I'm really happy with this. I like it. I like how it's coming together. It is coming together. Now, why do I have a bump there? Because I've got a pin. So I'll pin this. I like to put my pins this way, sideways, not like that, because it's easier to pull them out as you go along. I find it easier. Obviously, if you're, oh no, if you're right-handed, no, I think you'd put them that way still if you were right-handed, because that's the side of the machine that where you would be pulling them out. It's harder to pull them out that way because you hit your thing. But anyway, do it whichever way suits you. Don't have to listen to me. Okay, so we're going to backstitch here because we need it to, we don't want it to sort of pull apart. And then I'll have to go and see what my husband's doing. The poor thing, it's like after 4, he's been slaving all day. Okay, cool. That's done. And one of the reasons I'm zigzagging, well, I like the look of the zigzag. One of the reasons is, the other reason is, I've got fraying fabric here, so zigzagging I always feel like is a nice way to sort of, it will still fray, but it will keep it in check a little bit. So now I'm going to, first of all, stitch down my, actually I think I'll stitch down my fabric bit. I think I'll stitch down my bird and then I'll stitch down my paper. There's no reason why we can't combine paper and fabric together. That's done. I like that now that it's all stitched. Good job, Lulu. She can't hear me. I think she's got headphones on. So that's going to go there. I'll just pin it there. See, I'll pin it and then I'll have to take it off because I've got to do something still on the other side and I have no idea what. None. How are you going, Steffi?
When you're done, I need your help.
Yeah, I thought so. I've just got to finish my video and then I'll be there. Okay, so we've got this. So that's going to be the front and that's a pocket. And then we've got to do that and then we've got a little pocket in here. And then here we've got a pocket there and a nice big tuck there. And you could, well, actually, before you put, no, you can't. You'd have to stitch it there. If you wanted to make a little one and a bigger one, maybe that's too open for your liking, you'd stitch it there. And yeah, you couldn't stitch it there because you'd stitch that shut. Okay, so what are we going to put in here? I like this. This is good. This is making me happy. Just trying to see. I do have this. We could, do we want a little bit of colour? I could take that pin off. Oh, it's a nice safety pin, that one. It's like a gunmetal sort of colour. Might keep that. Okay, so like that, for example, could be a pocket. Or maybe we could have, no. That's a nice piece of linen, that one. That is a very nice piece of linen. I love that. I've been hoarding that. What else have I got going on? Oh, well that could be an idea. Have that as a pocket. Yes, we'll do that. But we have to do something else. That's going to be perfect. Maybe put it up a little bit, but we need something down here. I've got, oh look, oh that's pretty. That's coffee dyed. Too many circles. Too many circles. We don't want to use that one. We don't want too many circles. Too many circles is not going to work for us. So I need to find something nice. Well, I'm sure you're all screaming. Oh, I know. What about my linen? I haven't used my linen yet. Put some of this. Let's put some of this there. This bit. I'm just going to cut a bit and then figure out where to put it. It's the noisy ones. Yes, they're making noise. Noise, noise, noise.
True.
Is that true, Lulu?
Yep. Last night they weren't too noisy.
Yes, they were. Till 1 o'clock.
Really?
Yep.
I didn't hear anything.
Because you were asleep.
I went to bed at midnight.
Yeah, 1 o'clock. Till 1 o'clock, Lou.
Oh.
Yep. I had trouble going to sleep.
Oh.
I think I want it to go up higher so that I just need to trim some off. I like that messy bit there. So I'm going to trim this bit off here. So I need to, and this is actually going to work really well because it's not going to interfere with my pocket on the other side. When I stitch that on, I'm not going to be ruining anything that I've stitched down here. So let's just take that out. And I'm going to pin this because I'm going to stitch this right now before I do anything else. Okay, let's stitch that down. I mean, obviously, if you're going to put something like this in your journal, you're going to need a writing board or a dashboard, or whatever you want to call them, because it's going to be a bit lumpy. Oh, it's making you hot, is it?
Yep.
Right, so trim that off. And then I was going to put this on there, wasn't I? And I had just folded it down. But I still need to do a little bit more, and I really like that. For something different. I'll just bring it over here a little bit. Doesn't matter if it hangs over there. I would need to move it just away from where the center is because I'll just pin that. Kind of covering up the linen, but I don't care. This is I'm collaging over things because that's what I like to do. And then I need to put something up here. Now what's going to happen up there? Let's have a think about it. Obviously you're not going to see these two together. You're going to have your journal page. You're going to have your journal page in there. It's going to be like this. There's my pocket. You have your pocket there. Oh, sorry, you know, I'm not even on screen. Have your pocket there. It's going to open up, and then you'll have all your pages. And then you'll turn it over, and then you've got the back. And then that's that. And then you'll have your next signature. Oh, you could have all fabric pages if you wanted to. Put little booklet in there because that's a nice big pocket. But I just need to decorate. I didn't use this lovely thing, but I think it's getting too lacy now. We didn't use this, but I don't think I'm going to. I'm hoarding that. It's being hoarded. Consider it hoarded. But I could use a little piece of something yummy. I love the way this tea, I think it was tea dyeing sort of when like this pale pinky sort of colour. And then I could have that stamp in there. Oh, now I've seen this. I would have liked that stitched on there, but it's too late now. Oh, I like it up there. Oh, it's too late. I can't stitch it on there now. I can hand stitch it. I could hand stitch it. I might do that. I think I might hand stitch that there. I can manage it because I can get my hand in the pocket. So I think I might do that. I'll think about that. And then here, what do I have in here that I might like? Well, first of all, we could have, carrying on in our theme, we could have a little bit of even paper with it. Let's just see. Could change our minds. I'll be devastated if I'm not recording. Really devastated. No, that's not right. There. Let's see. I could be making a hot mess here. I love playing around with these things. Did you notice? I do. I can't help myself. Now, what have I got going on over there? I've got the bird. Oh, so this would be a good colour to use. I can't even remember what I've done like 5 minutes ago. Without the writing. The writing is being rejected. Consider yourself rejected writing. And then what do I have going on over here that I might like? I've got a bit of a ruffle there. No, I don't want the ruffle. Decisions. We always have to make decisions, don't we? They're not easy. No, I don't want it to be too much. Sometimes when I put something down, I feel, oh no, that's too much. But that's going to be kind of covered. Nope. I'm sure the answer is very obvious to everybody. I was just feeling the thickness. Now that, oh, there's a number 7. I love my numbers. But that's not going to fit there. Well, I could move my pocket down. I like the 7. Oh, I like that. That's it. Got it. No, I think I won't hand stitch that there. I'll just take it off and leave it. Oh, I've got that. Do I want that? No. There. Let me see. Oh, I like that. That's where, see, I found a home for it. So, okay, I've got to stitch that on my pocket first. I had to take my pocket off anyway. And I need to, I'm wondering, I wasn't going to stitch across there. I'm not going to. I'm just going to stitch down the sides. So first of all, I'm going to put this on here. Oh, I've got another pin. Couldn't see that. Hopefully I don't go too crooked. This is very flimsy, this doily. It's super pretty, it seems like it's been very well loved and used, or it's very old, I don't know. There we go, just carefully put it out. Okay, trim it off. So you do see me using quite a few of the same fabrics. It's just because that's what I've got floating around, and I haven't gone and pulled out all my other stuff. So that's that. I need to do this first. I've stitched that. I need to stitch my pocket, but I'll do that afterwards. That's last. I need to put this on. Okay. And that blue ink doesn't seem to be smearing anymore, so it's dry. So do let your inks dry before you sometimes the black ones and the brown ones dry faster than the blue, it seems. What it has been in my experience. Now, I was just thinking I could have left that as a little side pocket and put a little tag in there or something. That would have been cute, but it's too late now. I've stitched it down. Okay, so that's that. Get on my, see how it gets all stitched in, and then it just looks like a bird's nest. Now I've got to stitch this one. Yep, so that's the only pointer. One thing I think I need to tell you is you need to think about the order of things. In which order do I stitch that down? Because you don't want to be closing your pockets. So that's why it's quite a good idea to pin everything in place so you can see where do I need to go next. So I don't have to worry about my back stitching. Okay, so see, that's, I like that like that. If I'd stitched that down, it would have flattened, and I don't want it to be flattened. I like it like that. I'll just trim that off, and now I've got to put my last pocket on, and we are done. Okay, so this one is going here. So absolutely no measuring has been done. There's no ruler involved in this at all. You just lay it on top and cut it out. So that is done. So this is my collage signature anchor page. I don't know how much it'll anchor because it'll be quite floppy. Oh yes, no hiccups. Okay, great. So let's have another look what we've done. So here we've got a nice big pocket. Let me find something to put in there. Here's a general card that I have to, it's not the right color. Let's try to find something that coordinates. Here we go. So, got a nice big pocket there. Then here we've got a nice big pocket as well. You could even put a little booklet in there. Look how giving that is. But it's quite, that particular fabric is quite frail, so you'd have to be careful of that. And then here we need something long. These are all tags and things that I've sort of prepared that I need to stitch up. So even that tag fits in there. So you can fit quite a nice tag, not too narrow, but you could have a nice long one that goes all the way up to there like that would be pretty. And then here we have room for the tag, like they're quite forgiving, these pockets, so they can fit quite a lot in them. And then you've got space also for tags as well. Big journaling cards, I want to say. So that is my video for today. I hope you enjoyed it. That's a fabric anchor page. It's a fabric and lace collage was the request by Suzanne. Very happy with that. And I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you again soon. Have a great Sunday. Bye.